Hello, my name is Audrey Lane Cockett, and I am a poet. I am an artist. I am coming to you from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Treaty 7 land, and I am really glad that we can share this cyberspace instead of physical space, and I'm really very grateful that we have that option available to us. So, the good folks at Get Lit have asked everyone and myself to share 5 books that are influential for us or that we just love or want to share. So I have them here and I am excited to, in no particular order, share them. So this first one that I have here is New and Selected Poems, Volume 1 by Mary Oliver. Mary Oliver is an amazing poet, definitely a big influencer for me. She's able to connect the natural world, the human condition, the emotional landscape, and how just moments, just very special moments that pull you right in, and it's like you're there. And yeah, I've learned a lot from this book, and I would recommend it. And all of her books are pretty amazing, but this is a really good place to start. This book is the next one I'll recommend. It's called The Spoken Word Workbook, and it is edited by Charity Wilson and put together, but it features 27 poets. There's interview questions, they give advice, their poems, some of their poems are in here as well. They give writing prompts, teaching tools, so if you are a spoken word poet or just any kind of writer interested in learning more and hearing from different amazing poets, this is a really good teaching tool, and has a lot of lessons that are just nicely wrapped together, and I would recommend it a lot. There's a lot of talent in here and a lot of, as I said, lessons. So if you're taking this quarantine time to hone your craft, this is why I recommended this book. Yes. Also like to recommend this book, Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman. And as you can see, this book has traveled with me a lot of places. I got it secondhand, so it was already, it's just been with me through a lot of places and farms, and it already came to me well loved. But the book itself, Walt Whitman writes in a really compelling way. It's long form poetry, and it draws you in and in and in, and it's got this sharp humor and also deep brokenness, and underneath that layer there's this hopeful love, and it's very interesting, and it's taught me a lot, stylistically taught me a lot, and been influential, and I love the way he writes about nature and about the human condition. The next book I'll recommend is by Isabel Allende. It's called The House of the Spirits. It is a novel that follows 3 generations of women in Chile during politically charged times, and it's so good. It's magical realism. All of the women have their own kinds of magic, and every character is really full, really full characters, and it's written very funny. It's funny and witty and smart, and very heartbreaking at times, and yeah, one of those books you don't want to end, so you read the last bit really slow because you're we don't want it to be over. So yeah, I would recommend it, especially for an isolation read. Yeah, really good. The last book I'll recommend is by Tanya Tagaq. It's called Split Tooth. It's this really potent collection of short stories, almost essay format sometimes, but the whole thing is written very poetically. It's a personal narrative. It recounts stories of her youth and childhood and reflections on the world and ideas, and it's really, really worth reading. I'm learning so much reading it, and it's been a slow read, and yeah, it took me a while to read because each kind of portion I had to sit with for a while just to fully absorb. And Tanya Tagaq's also an amazing musician and Inuit throat singer, and has a lot to share and does so very beautifully and profoundly. So I recommend this book, Split Tooth. That's all. That's everything. Yeah, I hope you're doing well out there. Take care of yourselves and read a book. I hope one of these speaks to you. Okay.